Search, Toby. Search.
Here we are back at Kew Gardens with Toby? With the doggy? Toby's on the move. Look at Toby. He knows how to open up doors. He's so good. Look at this foul stench. We're just gonna bypass all that, right? Go this way. Until we see some type of weird trail off. Where's this stink going? Where are they hiding this shit? Look at him dig, look at him dig.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
What have you found here? Hidden bottle. Plot thickens.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
So that's why we stole those caterpillars, correct? And the plot thickens a little more.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Fetch Toby completed. Alright, what else do we have here? Some analysis, some dialogue. Alright. Move, you In that case, let's talk to Mr. Harnish, or Hamish, I mean. Hamish.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Look at this lying bastard, okay? Don't try to lie to me, okay? I am Sherlock Holmes.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room, in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
That's a fucking lie. This guy is very, very, very suspicious, man. Along with all his lies and all that good stuff. Fragment from the statue.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
You suspicious son of
Thank
a
you,
bitch,
Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Don't worry, we'll be back for you. He is becoming more and more suspect as the time goes by.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
What is up with all these fucking liars, guys? Everyone at Kew Gardens is a goddamn liar. I don't like this. Everybody's guilty. We're gonna try to get all of them locked up. This is collusion and a half. I don't appreciate it.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
So what is this?
Thank you,
Nobody's
young
heard of
man.
the Divine
We
Syndicate?
shall see you again soon.
Nobody's heard of the Divine Syndicate. Come on. Come on, that's hard to believe. Whoa. That has correlation to that. Let me see. The new director. That and that. And then you got more. No, that's definitely nothing. Yeah. So the I don't think the Syndicate. No, the Syndicate definitely doesn't have anything to do with it yet, right? The plot thickens. Anyway, where do we go from here? Analyze, experiment. I'm pretty sure we could use that table, correct? Or are we going to be doing the analyzing over at the other? Nope. So it looks like the analyzing we're doing, right, is going to be over at the Divine Syndicates, at that one table where all those chemicals were there. I'm guessing that's what that's for. Now we just need to figure out that other object of interest that's over here. But then again, technically, it's possible that we have to analyze this first in order to activate that ventilation thing, because maybe the chemical that we produce out of it is what we're going to be using on the ventilation thing as a test, maybe. You know what? That actually sounds plausible. We are going to Divine Syndicate.
If I go there, Toby will wait for me in the cab.
Clearly. Here we are, guys, back at Divine Syndicates. Hopefully I was right about this and we don't have to go back to Baker Street to analyze. And we're in there. Nope. I guess not. What the shit? So we were wrong. This chemistry cupboard. Man, where do we take advantage of this cupboard from? Craziness. All right. Looks like we're going back home, guys. I'm back to Baker Street. Here we are back at Baker Street. Toby's just lying, relaxing. Watson's doing some Wu-Sa method. Look at this guy. He's learned meditation methods. Here we go. Analyze unknown liquid. Let's do it. Please don't be mix and match.
Determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Alrighty then. In that case, we grab this. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Right? And it goes in here. Why do we need two? Where's the caterpillar and the gold dust come into play?
A colorless, water-based liquid.
What's that tell us?
Quite a strong floral aroma.
What else does that tell us? We're about
Holmes?
to taste it.
What are you doing?
We're
It has
gonna
a
die.
bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Well, let us vaporize. Activate.
Let us determine just what we have found here.
What is this? Cocaine?
Small colorless crystals.
Meth?
colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
So we grab this, right? A little bit of this. And... come on. I hate lining this damn thing up. What is this?
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
And the plot thickens. Suspicious ingredients. It appears that the deadly plants, the alkaloid, and the caterpillars are somehow connected. Maybe to this. No? And then there's no correlation here. Alright. In that case, where do we take it from here, right? Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Alright, let's see what we got here. Hold on, hold on. Set up an experiment. Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory and the caterpillars and perform an experiment with the deadly plants. We can do that. And that was the only new one, correct? Now, is that experiment the one we do at... never mind.
According to the deadly plants information, in order to perform our experiment, we will need fertilizer and food. Caterpillars should do nicely. According to the
Alright, so that's where we get the chemical from, right? I mean, we already got the caterpillar. Alright, I'm gonna assume we're going back to... whatever the hell. Divine Syndicate. It has to be this time. Now, watch us go in there, and they're gonna be like... you still can't get it. It's still gonna be an object of interest. Has to be it. There we go. What do we need? Alkaloid is what we needed? This? Give me this.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Alrighty, we got what we need for an experiment now. Too bad we can't just do it right here and there. That sucks. Alright, guys, back to Baker Street. Alrighty then, let's perform this experiment finally. Please don't let it be something ridiculous.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Everyone put on your gas masks. How are we gonna do this? Wait, what is the pin for? Stab. Stab.
It appears no reaction.
This is like a Venus flytrap. Stab.
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
Stab again.
My word.
Alright, so we could put this back. Let's take these caterpillars. place here. Yum 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 yum
I
yum yum.
find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Holy shit!
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Did you guys see that? Nothing happens there, but when we put it on here, a whole bunch of spikes shoot out. So what does that tell us? Let's see what this does. Bloop, 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 bloop. Nothing. Oh, reaction.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
What happens to you? You
This plant
shrivel up.
becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
And you shrivel up.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
And then that opens up. Let's see what happens. What is that?
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Interesting. Okay. So. And then we have the alkaloid, correct? And then, whoops, no, cancel that, put that back. And then you drop this here, and let's see what happens, guys.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. So is that the toxic that
The
killed
plants
what's
would
his
be
name?
capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Looks like we are going back to the queue, guys. But the plot definitely does thicken, right? Deadly precision. Bam. Right? And then... No. No. That has no correlation. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Let's see. The Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder Montague Dunn. At a later date, someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine Syndicate were able to. And then all this goes out of loop. Let's just leave it at this for now and then see what happens, right? As of right now, that is going to be the end of this part. Give the video some likes, add it to your favorites, share it, all that good stuff. Next part coming up soon.